tonight's the night. No. Today's the day. Recently, I finished watching Dexter seasons 1 through 8. I watched New Blood, and then I finished watching Original Sin. Now I can't wait to watch Resurrection, which is coming out sometime soon, I think. Today I'm ranking the main antagonists of each of the series and ranking them to see which one's my favorite. All right, starting off, we have Brian Moser. I gotta say, I like him. I love him, actually. He is a very strong start for the series, and I have not read the books, but I recently started going through the chapters, and yeah, the first season and the book so far is kind of close, pretty accurate. Brian is a really strong antagonist right off the get-go. Like from season 1, it's really crazy. And you find out that Brian is actually Dexter's brother. I was like, what? That's crazy. Ugh. And I know this dude is crazy. I know Brian is like got a little something going on top of his head. But I did feel kind of bad when he got offed at the end of the season. You know, he was tearing up. You know, all he wanted was to set his brother free, to set Dexter free. But Dexter has to follow Harry's code, you know? And it's tough, you know, having to kill the only person that could relate to you, and basically is your family member. He literally is your family member. But Dexter got off him because he was crazy, so. And the fact that we got to see more of his character in Original Sin was pretty cool as well, and we got to see his interaction with Harry and his frustrations with not seeing Dexter, and I thought that was pretty cool. I am giving Brian S, baby. Next is Dexter. I forgot her name. Lila? It's Lila, right? Lila. I hate her. Oof, I was waiting for Rita to give her that give her that 1-2. Oof. I really thought she was gonna get away with it at the end until Dexter pulled up. So every time she's on scene and she does something crazy, it's like tense. It makes me feel very tense. I don't like what she's doing, but it's kind of like interesting, you know? And ooh, man, the way that she did my boy Dokes, the way she killed Dokes, I was so disappointed. And she tried to kill the kids too. She's crazy. I think character-wise, I didn't dislike her that much. If anything, I was still very interested in the show. So I was like, oh, you know, I wondered who's going to be the next antagonist. And yeah, I give it, I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to Lila because she was the next character. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance, see what's next. So I'm giving it a B, giving Lila a B. Yeah, that's a little too high. I'm giving it a C. Yeah. Miguel Prado. I actually like this character. I didn't think that Miguel was going to be a killer as well, and also know what Dexter does. It was kind of mind-blowing when I first watched the season. So far, you saw Dexter kind of go solo, doing his own thing. He never really showed his ways of killing or even his process. And even though Miguel didn't really see what's going on, he knew what was happening behind the scenes. And Miguel Prado was the first person to kind of know that from what I remember. And I think it was interesting. It's like, oh yeah, Dexter has been doing his thing for so long. Is it really possible to have someone else know what he was doing and also be a team, like be his friend and able to basically vent about his feelings and be able to be himself around someone else without getting in trouble, and for them to finally understand. But then unfortunately, Miguel took it too far, took the power and twisted up the code into his own hands. and yeah, he had to go. But no, I really like Prado. I think he was an interesting character. I'm giving him an A. Ooh, the Skinner. A very weak character for me, from what I remember. Uh, I remember we don't see much of the Skinner, and even when he was on screen, there wasn't really anything that interesting about his backstory or his motivations. Yeah, there's this whole thing where it's like, oh, from what I remember, he was a soldier or he was in some military background, and he likes to be organized and clean. But if you disrespect him in some kind of way, then it irked him. But it never really, they never really pulled that off that well. And he kind of died quickly. I mean, it wasn't really that satisfying. He kind of like, and if anything, I think this is just one of Dexter's, or like one of Miami's rogue list, and Dexter just kind of like picked that one. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll kill this dude. I know he kidnapped the CI and everything, but I don't know, he was really forgettable. I'm giving him a D tier. And now Trinity, the Trinity killer was really good. Oh, really strong. I don't know if I liked him more than Brian, but oh, every time he was on scene, it was strong, very strong. This season, you saw a character that kind of mirrors Dexter, and where he hides himself in plain sight with a family, and basically he's going through many communities. He's helping his community. He has his own little foundation going on. Yeah, he was a serial killer living in plain sight. And the way that he kills is so twisted, it's crazy. But then you peel behind the curtains and you see, oh, the family is not really perfect. If anything, it's horrendous. It's terrible. And you saw that moment where Dexter couldn't really control himself. He can't really stay in his character. He saw like, oh, this dude is scummy as hell. The dude pulled the knife in front of his family and threatened him. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'm not Kyle Butler no more. Like, you gotta go. Oh, man, and what a terrible, not in a bad way, but oh, the ending was so tough. Oh no. Originally, the Trinity killer tried to off himself, you know, and Dexter was selfish. He wanted the kill on his own, you know. He wanted to kill Trinity Killer with his bare hands, with his own hands. But due to Dexter's selfishness, it led to, unfortunately, Rita passing away, getting murked. And Harrison was just chilling right there too. That was crazy. Oh man. At first, I was like, there's no way this is real. This got to be like some kind of imagination, some hallucination. And then jump to season 5 and they're still going on, and it's like, oh, Rita's actually, oh no, she's dead. I think that was the first time Dexter actually lost and didn't get the last laugh in a way. So yeah, really crazy season. Yeah, giving it an S. Oh, I forgot this dude's name. Okay, Jordan Chase. Yeah, forgettable. It was an interesting concept where it wasn't just one antagonist, it was actually a group, and we gotta hunt them down with Lumen. There you go. I don't know, I wasn't really feeling this one. Jordan Chase was, oh yeah, powerful dude, but he just kind of plays in the background. Yeah, not my favorite trope as a villain. I don't got much to say. I think it was cool that they were trying to do something different to having multiple villains, but it didn't really pull off well, just for me. Like, yeah, Jordan Chase is that one dude. He's the main guy, but I kind of forgot everyone else's name. I even forgot Jordan Chase's name. Like, it was really forgettable. I'm it's F tier. Yeah, yeah. Again, this is my opinion. You can complain all you want in the comments. I just don't give a fuck. Okay, Doomsday Killer. This one is really interesting, actually. I liked the theme that was going on through the whole season. Oh, I thought the horses and the dismembered bodies all reconnected to look like have some mannequin feel look to it. Oh, that was so disturbing and really gnarly to look at. I think that was a strong start off for a villain. Most of the seasons you thought it was two killers. I was like, okay, they're doing the multiple killers route again, but you find out that that's just his dark passenger too. You thought, oh, he's kind of being held against his will in some sort of way. Turns out he's just crazy. And oh, it was so tough that like the fact that he killed his own sister, oh man. Like in his head, he had genuine love and concern for his family and his sister. And turns out, yeah, I'm giving this an A. I really like the Doomsday or Doomsday. I like the Doomsday Killer. Isaac Serco. At first, I didn't really like his character. I was like, oh, it's another Jordan Chase. Powerful dude, and he's gonna have all of his, his goons do the work for him. But then you saw that, oh yeah, no. He likes to get his hands dirty. He could do things himself. And I know it's a little cliche. The whole, oh, in another life we could have been friends, but I like it. I enjoy it. And it turns out that it's not just a revenge story. It's like, oh, this dude that Dexter murdered wasn't just, an employee I just hired. It's actually my lover. It's like, this is personal to me. I love this dude. It's like, yes, he could be crazy, but he's what kept me together, and you just took him away from me. And Dexter understands in a way because he had Rita taken away from him. And I think this was a good change to where usually Dexter is friendly in the beginning, try to be friends with the villain, and then eventually they start beefing, and then. But this one, they start beefing in the beginning, but then eventually, oh, they don't mind teaming up. I think the whole time they were trying to outsmart each other, and how Dexter led him into the enemy territory's bar was really interesting to watch. And Serco could hold up on his own. He rocked this shit, yeah. But I think the first half of the season didn't really I don't know. I don't remember much of the first half. I'm giving him a B. Still a really good character. I like the second half. But other than that, yeah. Or next is Ryan Gosling. I forgot this dude's name. Oliver Saxton. He was okay, I guess. Yeah, he looks creepy, and he also played a creepy character, but I wasn't really invested at that point. I don't know. Nothing very memorable except the fact that he killed Deborah. That was, oh yeah, that one hurt. That one really hurt. And killed Dr. Vogel, killed that kid. What was that kid's name? Yeah, he killed Zach Hamilton, and at first I did not really like Zach Hamilton's character. He was like, oh, the bratty rich kid, but I feel like they could have done so much more with his character, because you saw that Dexter was his mentor, and we could have seen a plot, a side plot even. Yeah, instead of sharing his dark passenger, he teaches it. You know, he teaches the code to Zach Hamilton. But then they just, yep, we're throwing that plot in trash immediately. I was kind of invested. You saw that Zach Hamilton was frustrated and he was going through the same thing that Dexter was going through. And we could have saw a season where Dexter maybe like taught Zach Hamilton and put his own twist to it. Maybe find a way to where, oh, he doesn't have to be completely a monster if I taught him differently, you know? But yeah, they just kind of throw it in the poo-poo, flushed it. Yeah, Saxton. Yeah, I'm giving. I'll give it a D because at least he was a killer. He was crazy, you know. Oh, okay, Mr. Krabs. I liked Mr. Krabs. Sorry, what was his actual name? I thought he is a really interesting character. Not that complex. He's just crazy. He just loves to kill. I think in the beginning he was actually distraught that his son passed away. But then he kind of got over it. It's like, oh yeah, I kind of have my own thing to do as well. I loved his outfit. It reminded me of or it kind of mirrors Dexter's Tonight's the Night outfit with his Hanley and his gloves and his cargo pants. Mr. Krabs, Kurt has the same outfit basically, where he has a ski mask on and his hunting rifle, and his ritual as well is kind of tough. But yeah, like I said, he's not as complex as the previous villains, but he was still very enjoyable to see on screen. If anything, I'm giving him an A, because his acting, the charisma that he brought upon. Okay, last is, I believe, Captain Aaron Spencer. Yeah, I'm just calling him Spencer. He was okay. If anything, his reasons for being a killer, I don't know. They just kind of threw it at the end as like, oh yeah, like this is not even my son. What the heck? Yeah, like all the plot points just kind of, I don't know. What I could give it is that he is a really good liar. It's to the point where he's so believable in his lies. It's almost as if he himself believes what he's saying. But no, he's just really good at lying. If anything, he's kind of like Dexter, mirroring Dexter in a way where Dexter has to lie basically all the time, constantly, to mask his dark passenger and just mirror what being a normal person is like. Same thing goes for Spencer, where he just really good at lying. If anything, I think he's better at Dexter when it comes to lying. He's so believable. And when they did that raid scene to where he was just upset, you know, he was showing emotion as like, oh, I'm so distraught they kidnapped my kid. Also not my kid, you know, going on. Like the whole police department believed him. Even Dexter was like, wow, you're really good at this. You're really good at lying. Yeah, yeah, he's cool. I don't know where to put him. I think somewhere in the middle though. Yeah, I'll give him a C. But boom, yeah, this is my tier list of all the main antagonists of Dexter's. Let me know what you think. Oh, that sounds weird. I had never done that before. Yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment below. Apparently that works, so yeah, I'm just gonna rock with that. If your tier list is different from mine, let me know in the comments. I would like to know. Yeah, let me know in the comments below why some of these characters should deserve to be higher or lower in the tier list. Other than that, yeah, it's still my opinion. What made you think otherwise?